This is one of those stories that gets worse as it goes, but you're going to have to bear with me here because this is so fucked up. It's unbelievable. Michigan transgender Muslim woman, have you thought about what you're doing here? Loses case against ex who she sued for throwing out jar of her former pair of testicles that she kept in a fridge. See where this is going to go, can't you, really? Now, firstly, to have your old plums off is a very drastic and final thing. And I think a lot of people who decide that they want to go down the transgender road might not be psychologically well. But then to compound it by possible death sentence of becoming a Muslim and being trans, this is not a good idea. So it said here, a transgender Muslim woman is suing her ex-boyfriend for throwing away her testicles. Bariani, or we'll call it Kinsley, all right? Kinsley, 40, is seeking $6,500 after her former lover, William Wilski, we'll call him Ski, 37, disposed of the surgically removed testicles. The body parts had been rotting, oh my God, in his fridge for more than a year. I could see this would piss him off for more than one reason. It's a hazard, biohazard actually. Not just that, it's going to put you off your food every time you go into the fridge to get some food out and you see your ex's rotting junk in the fridge. It's really going to, it could be a way to lose weight, but I'd actually think it would probably damage your mental health. But seeing as this is so septic and carnage, let's press on. A transgender Muslim woman is suing her ex-boyfriend for throwing out her surgically removed testicles, which she left rotting in the fridge. On Wednesday, a district judge in Pontiac, Michigan, denied small claims petitions from a pair for former lovers who were battling each other in court. It's a mouthful, and being dyslexic, this is hard work. The claims centered around the testicles of Kingsley, also known as Sahara Bree Zimumbra. Fuck off. Stupid fucking name, right? Who identifies as a Muslim woman. But of course, because being transgender wasn't edgy enough, you had to go the fucking full thing. And then you could probably claim oppression from just about everybody, couldn't you? Your own side, the opposition side, male, straight, gay, up, down, I don't know, even dogs with bollocks. Who fuck knows? Anyway, Kingsley, the thing with the junk, well, minus the junk now, and the fridge minus, let's just get on with it. A transgender woman has claimed that her ex-boyfriend, William Mr. Ski, retains possession of my surgically extracted testicles. That is extracted, just got to check there. Preserved in a mason jar kept in the fridge next to the eggs. Don't fancy an omelette there, do you? I'm assuming they're chicken eggs and not some other eggs that you might have some fanatical idea about how to make you more womanly with. Let's press on. And demanded the immediate return of the human remains. Exactly that. They're no good. What are you, keeping your nuts for sentimental value? What are you going to do, make earrings out of them? Look at me, I used to be a bloke. Still are. But anyway, the eggs, and demanded the immediate return of the human remains, specimens, and damages of $6,500. We'll come to that in a minute. Judge Jeremy David Bowie, ruled it's a wash after hearing a testimony from Kingsley, 40, and Mr. Ski, 37, in regarding of the testicles drama. There's a picture of it. There you are. And I'm assuming in that would be the removed appendages of said person. After Kingsley initially handwritten filing, Mr. Ski filed a counterclaim, also seeking 6.5 large in damages because he claims he was humiliated by news coverage of the debacle. Yeah, I could see how this would be slightly damaging, but hey, you did go around the road of dating somebody that could be perceived as slightly likely to get you into that kind of shit. I mean, let's be fair. Having your nuts off is not the average thing to do. And in many cases, you could claim that the person having their nuts off was mentally damaged in the first place. That's why they went down the road. Now, I'm not suggesting that all people that have their junk off are mentally damaged for legal reasons. However, there has been proved that many people that go through this actually need counselling and other things and then go down a different road and don't have it done. And then obviously to compound it by having it off and then going full Muslim, I would suggest that there would have been red flags. Can we old-fashioned? Well, that's just me. You know, in a dating app, you know, you look at, where does she live? Michigan. Nice. No bollocks and Muslim. But was it? Swipe. That's where I would be. But that's just me. Anyway, so following their breakup, Mr. Ski filed for a personal protection order against Kinsley. That would be she, which was a he, which Kinsley violated in January 23. The violation landed Kingsley with a $100 fine and a 3-day incarceration at Oakland County Jail. We allow a one-time visit with a sheriff's officer in situations like this for people to go back and get their belongings, the judge said. And this is where it turns a bit more interesting, because you go and get things that are personal to you and important to you. Yeah, clearly. Miss Kingsley failed to retrieve the testicles, from the refrigerator at that time. If they were so important to her, him, her, whatever, she had the opportunity to grab. I would have said she'd grabbed the nuts the last time a long time ago, wouldn't she? Just call me old-fashioned. And she didn't. So she didn't grab her nuts again. Mr. Ski revealed that he threw the testicles away in July because they were decaying in his refrigerator. I am feeling a little bit at the back of the throat now. Anybody else with me here? They were rotting in my fridge, and it was disgusting. I've got food in there I wanted to eat. I'm actually feeling sick now. She did. Fuck's sake, this is horrendous. She didn't keep her in a biohazard container like she was supposed to. Judge Bowie told Kingsley that he couldn't do much to help her now, that the testicles had been chucked away, and questioned why she'd pulled 6,500 amount from. Look at the pictures, right? So she was clutching her little fluffy dog. I'm assuming that's real and not stuffed. With her. That would seem to be Mr. Ski with the fur on the face. That shows the level of whatever it is when it got locked up. I'm assuming that was when the violator landed Kingsley thrown into incarceration. Yeah, so when it got filed, look at the offence. Let's just get past that. There we go. Back to said things in a bag. Anyway, specifically why he asked, I could put a dollar amount on it. Say, if I were missing work at $16 an hour, Bowie said, but as to testicles, I can't really put a number on it. $2? As in $2? $1 each? Maybe? I don't know. Kingsley, who clutched a tiny black comfort dog during the criminal proceedings on Wednesday, said that her testicle removal surgery cost $20,000, which it probably did. Although Kingsley, that being the judge, also revealed that the surgery was paid for by the state because she was disabled. We had to throw something else in there. Transgender Muslim disabled. Let's carry on. There's got to be another box in there to make the 4, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? But the state paid for it. You didn't, Bowie said. You are not going to be unjustly enriched. That is, you ain't getting your money. Kingsley replied, they were my testicles. We're talking about my nuts. Your old nuts, not your nuts anymore. I wanted them in my fridge, not his. He denied me access to my own body parts. I don't think that can be quantified. The damages were the loss of these nuts. These nuts. Anybody remember that album? Here's the thing. If your nuts were so important to you, you wouldn't have put them under a scalpel for 20 large. Just saying. So don't play hard done by. Although you are hard done by because you can't wake up in the morning and scratch the fuckers anymore, which is a pleasure to us men. The pair of former lovers met on Facebook community in April 2020 and moved in together in 21, living in Pontiac house bought by Mr. Ski. Kingsley revealed that she put her surgically removed testicles in mason jar, whatever that is, which she stored in the couple's fridge, saying, because I deal with trauma with comedy, Shakespeare did it. Oh, he kept it that. Whatever. The Muslim woman even uploaded a TikTok video of her opening up the package containing her testicles, captioned, "The unboxing D's nuts." In the video, she pulls a clear biohazard plastic bag out of the box and shows it off to the camera before smirking, wagging her fingers, and doing a twirl. These are clearly the actions of a sane and normal individual. I mean, don't we all do that, right? Fucking hell. What's it all coming to, right? I don't know if I can go any further with this one. Oh, luckily there is no much more further. This was brought to you by a slightly disturbed now, almost feeling sick, don't need to eat anything for quite some time for the rest of the day, Rev. If any of you have suffered any mental trauma in this, don't forget there is counselling out there. Get me the number, I might need it myself. Anyway, see you in a bit.